Awesome. Okay, there is about a 15-second delay, but we are so excited to get started with you guys. Go ahead and give us some hearts for all of these wonderful stylists doing this for us. We have Andrea Lamping. Am I saying that last name right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. We have Ashley Rhines. Hey, Ashley from Oklahoma. And we have Joe D from the UK, our wonderful guest of honor. So excited to have you guys a part of this video. It's one of the first stylists. I call them hot seats. That's what we're going to call this because you guys are in the hot seat. We're going to do this little interview, and we are excited to get to know you. So first, we're going to start with Andrea. Andrea, why don't you tell us a little bit about when you got started?
So I've been with the company for 2 years and 7 months now. I'm a market mentor.
Awesome.
And yeah.
Okay. All right. Tell us now why you got started.
Well, actually, I just kind of got started with Monat. My friend Amy Sloan was using it, and I had heard about it, but I hadn't really given it a shot yet. And I asked her how it was going. So we were looking for something in our salon that was sort of exclusive, that we didn't have to compete with, that wasn't sold in the stores or on Amazon, beauty brands, you know, all the places. So we were kind of looking for something like that, and she was raving about Monat. So I actually reached out to her.
You did?
And I asked her how she was liking it. And also, like, I've battled with psoriasis for a couple of years, and after doing research on things, found that a more natural shampoo regimen and products actually sort of remedies that. So I was super interested in it.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. All right, Joe, what about you? When did you start? And tell us a little bit about why you started.
Okay. As some of you may know, Monat only went into pre-launch in the UK in February. I think it was February the 9th. I'd never actually heard of Monat, but I was contacted by somebody in America probably around about the 20-something of February, I guess. What initially got my attention was the fact that the products are vegan-free and 100% cruelty-free as well. Now, that is a big thing in the UK at the moment, especially where I live. People are always asking me for vegan-free products. So that's what initially got my attention. And when I started looking at Monat a bit further, I discovered that there was actually a whole lot more to it than that. So that's why I joined and waited a little while to get my samples and things like that, and then started using it on myself and on my clients. Absolutely loving it. Can't wait to get all of the products. And then I will feel like I'm using it properly and consistently, because at the moment I've just given samples to clients, they've run out,
Yeah.
So yeah, May the 1st is when it will launch properly in the UK. And I'm really excited for that and really excited to be here as the guest of honor, so to speak, tonight. So thank you both.
We're so excited to have you. And Jo was telling me how excited she is for the curl cream. She hasn't even got to try the curl cream.
And look, I need curl cream.
Love it. Okay. Thank you, Jo. Okay, Ashley, why don't you tell us when you got started and why you got started?
Yes. Hi. I got started about 2 years and about 8 months ago. Me and my partner, Charity, we own a salon together. We do each other's hair. And we both have had thyroid problems, hysterectomies, kids, all those things, and had hair falling out. We're both bald in this little area. And we were doing each other's hair, and she had hair where there had been none like 6 weeks before. So I said, "What have you done?" And you didn't tell me about it. And she said she'd been trying Monat. Her upline, Brandy, had given her some samples, and I said, "It's whatever it is, it's working, so I want it." And so I signed up that day, and awesome. We've never looked back. So she didn't realize it was working, so we kind of both started really that day, because even though she signed up, that's kind of really when her business took off too. So
Awesome. I'm super excited. Okay, thank you guys for sharing that with us. Now let's jump into just some tips. If you want to share one, if you have any, Jo, I know you're fairly new, but if you have some tips on how you work Monat in the salon, I know stylists, you guys are always on your feet. You're always busy. How do you find the time to work your business on your phone? And how do you incorporate the products into your, I don't know, your atmosphere, your salon atmosphere? So we'll start with Andrea.
Okay. First of all, I only use Monat in the salon for hair products. So I have them sitting on my station. I have a cute little bucket that says Monat on the front of it, and they're sitting on my station. So I really am not pushy with my clients. Most of the time, they don't even know, unless they ask, like, while I'm coloring their hair or something. We really don't talk about it. So I don't want to seem pushy or overbearing with any of it to them. Then, we discuss it like while I'm shampooing their hair. I'll be like, I got these new products. I don't know if you noticed them on my station. This is what I use. I really love it. It's a little different than a lot of other stuff. And then I talk to them about how I'm washing their hair. So I'll be like, I wash it twice. I kind of go through how I do it. And then at the end, they are always like, I love it. And then I touch base with them, like a couple days later. I'll be like, so have you washed your hair yet? What'd you think? I just start open the conversation with them. I really am not pushy with it. Sometimes I don't even mention it again for another couple of appointments. I let them reach out to me. And that's about it. So I really don't have to do a lot of extra stuff outside of the salon as selling it. I do hair videos. I talk about how the products are different to people, like on Facebook or Messenger and things. But it really just runs alongside with it pretty naturally, that it's just touching base with the customers like after work hours.
Right. Okay. So basically getting them in your chair, trying the product, showing them how to use it properly sells itself.
Yeah.
I mean, you really don't have to do much on that. Okay. All right. What about you, Ashley? We'll go back to Joe.
Okay.
We have a kind of a big shelf that we have on the wall. We're strictly Monat salon. It's just me and Charity that are in there. So it's just, we use that. We each kind of have our own bucket with our own products that we use on our clients. But we have empty bottles that we have sitting up on the shelf to kind of display that we have the different systems set out, that they can see the systems that we offer. I use different things as I'm, doing a color. I use the oil a lot with my bleaches, with my colors. I use the styling products on them afterwards, but I'm kind of the same way. I don't really talk about it a ton. I don't push it. I just use it and let the product speak for itself.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you. Joe, what about you? What have you done lately?
Well, for me, as you said, it's a little bit different because it's still in pre-launch in the UK. I have had samples and I have had some of the full-size products as well. I'm also a little bit different to the other guys on here because I'm a mobile hairdresser, which I know is not allowed in some of the states in America. I'm not sure if that goes across the board or if it is allowed in some, I'm not quite sure. But it basically means that I go and visit people in their own homes and do their hair there. So for me, it's been a very easy thing to talk about. I bring it into the conversation. I tell them it's an American company. I've recently signed up. I've got some samples. And I will either leave them with some samples if they seem like it's something they may be interested in, or if they're having a colour or something like that, then I'll suggest that I actually use it on them and leave the remaining with them. Overall, I've been getting a really good response. Obviously, it's difficult to say at the moment from that how many of those people are going to move on to become VIP customers, but I'm feeling confident that they will. So it's all very good. And as I said previously, the interest in the UK for vegan products is huge as well. So it's like an added bonus.
That's awesome. And I know it's so difficult right now because you're like, I know you love the products, but you have to wait to sign up and become.
Yeah, exactly.
But just by telling them, hey, remember me, when these launch, I'm going to be contacting you to start
writing
down. Because when we launch over there, I feel like your business is going to go boom.
Yeah.
In a hurry. And I'm excited for that for you. Okay.
I'm excited too.
I'm reading the comments. That's what I keep looking down. Amy Sloan's cracking me up. She said, such great advice, guys. She's proud of you, Andrea. That's your rock star, she said. And she said, Joe, your accent is lovely.
I knew someone would probably say something like that.
To listen to. Okay, so now let's move on to just some advice, maybe how you were approached with the products, and maybe that's the good way to approach other stylists, or maybe just some advice for us on how we need to approach it. Does that make sense? What would be a good way to talk to some stylists about the products? We'll start with you, Andrea.
Okay, so like I said earlier, mine was a little different. Nobody approached me. So I had approached Amy asking about it. So I've had other girls on my team ask me a similar question, and I try to put myself in another person's shoes. And, I think that I would have, Amy did this. Amy let me try the products for a week. She made a little demo basket and she gave me the products, and me and the other two girls in the salon jumped right on it. So I thought that was awesome. The first client that I used them on bought it. I literally had to go and sign myself up so that she could buy it. Like, I was like, I figured, this is, why not? This opportunity, I mean, it doesn't hurt to have any other products in my arsenal. So,
right.
So I think maybe like doing more than just a sample for a stylist would be very beneficial.
Awesome. Do you ladies have anything to add to that?
I kind of did the same thing. I have a VIP client that is a stylist, and I did that with her salon. I took all the products, sat them on a station, said they're here, left them for the day, came back, answered any questions that any of the stylists had. And so we just kind of sat down and I just answered questions they had about everything, let them try everything out, and they loved it. And that really worked well. It's just kind of let them come to me, because we are so skeptic about things that if you are too pushy, it's not going to go over well. You kind of need to let them come to you, I feel like.
Right. Okay. All right. What about you, Joe? Do you have any input
on how to contact stylists? Well, I was, as I say, it's a little bit different because I was contacted by somebody on Facebook via my actual business page, to be honest. As I said earlier, it got my attention because of the vegan products. I have not too much, but I've been in some salons very early on. The only reason I've not been back in salons is just because I've been so busy. I will do it again. I think one of the hardest things with going directly into salons is to get to the right person, because quite often they're not there and you have to go past the receptionist, and then it's on leave a card, they'll contact you. I don't know if you guys get that. So what I did start doing is contacting a lot of people, stylists via Facebook that are not too far away from me. In a lot of instances, I was concentrating mainly on mobile hairdressers or hairdressers that work from home like myself, and just saying hi, and I'm also a hairdresser, and trying to connect with them a little bit first like that. I've got a couple of meetings set up from doing that. One of them I had today, that went quite well, and yeah, we'll just see how that goes, because I figured that in the meantime, while I'm quite busy during the day, I can be doing that in the evening, and it's also, not alienating me if I do at a later date want to go into the place where they work as well. So that's what I've been doing, and I'll keep you posted.
Right. That's so awesome. Thank you. Okay. All right. So what I do is I do something very similar to you guys. And if you're out there listening and you are just not a stylist, you need to get your foot in the door. You need some rapport with other stylists, because they don't want to hear product knowledge from me. I was a basketball coach. Right? So what I do is I do borrow baskets, and it's a little metal basket, and has my post office stuff in it, but it's a metal basket like this, and I put an assortment of the products in there with the instructions, before and after pictures, my stylist book with the clinical studies and all of that together, and I message stylists, say, hey, would you like to participate in my borrow basket program? I drop full-size bottles off at your salon for a few days just to get feedback from you. Looking for you to try the products, just for some feedback. We're just trying to get our foot in the door with salons and seeing how stylists like our products. Now, we know if they use them correctly, they're probably going to love our products. So I just let the products speak for themselves. All I'm looking for is professional feedback. And so I drop them off on like a Tuesday and pick them up probably on like a Friday, or drop them off on a Friday, let them have them for the whole weekend so they could take them home and try them on themselves. And then I'll pick it up that Tuesday. And these seem to work. And you can drop off the full-size bottles and like label them sample and then wipe them clean and take them to the next salon and just have them back to back to back. But I think borrow baskets, and I put a little piece of paper in there that says, you know, this is just going to be dropped off for just a few days. It'll be picked up at this date, and I write in the date there. And that way they're able to, we're on the same page right now of when I will be picking up these products. So the stylist book and the file is up to date. Yes, Kristen, I do believe it is. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure it is. All right. All right, making sure I'm catching up all these questions. If you guys have questions, put it in the comments because I'm able to read them right here. Okay, you guys, what would you say, we're going to start with Andrea, to a stylist on the fence about joining? If they're just not, I don't know. What would you say to them?
I would say, like, I really was just kind of like, why not, when I did it, because so many people love it. And the way that I kind of thought about it is your clients are going to buy it from somebody. They're going to choose you over somebody else because you're who they trust and love with their hair. So they're going to, if they're interested in it and it's becoming such a big thing and it's spreading so big, they're going to hear about it. And the first person they're probably going to ask about is you as a stylist. So I would say you've got to one up on them, you know, like it doesn't hurt. It's hair products.
Right. Right. Awesome. Okay. What about you, Ashley?
I feel like what makes it different, honestly, is a stylist, we have all these other products that are offered as salon products. What makes this one different is, yes, the other ones are offered and you're supposed to be able to just buy them from us. They're not. You can go to Target. You can buy it at CVS, anywhere. These, you have to get it from either a salon or someone who sells it. It doesn't matter if it's me or if it's you, who you're not a stylist. It doesn't matter to me because we're all still making money. I can still make money from behind my chair selling this product. When I sold other products from behind my chair, I did not make a fraction of the money that I do selling Monat. So I would rather sell Monat and make this money and have the product that it is, that the quality that it is, than any other products that are out there. So for me, it's the quality by far. And I mean, yes, it's not salon is what some people want to say, but it is. It is better salon quality than anything that's out there.
Awesome.
As a salon professional, it is.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, Joe, do you have any advice for stylists maybe that are on the fence?
Yeah, I would basically say that if they're sat on the fence, based on any of the reasons that Ashley's just said, or any reason, to be honest, it would just be a case of why not open their mind and try it out for themselves before they make decisions. That would be my advice, simple as that. And if they're not prepared to do that, then I would move on to the next person because they're not the person we want. They've got to open their mind and try it and then decide what they think. Simple as that.
Exactly. So why not? That's what I'm hearing. Why not? 30-day money back guarantee. Why not? Okay. So before we jump into a little bit about your favorite products or your testimony, if you have any, let's talk about real quick. And Joe, you might not have this because you don't have a lot of product in stock, but you two, do you sell product from your back bar? And if so, how does it compare to what you sold? Like Ashley said, when she sold other products in the past, how does it compare price-wise? I want to hear that from you, Andrea.
Were you asking if I sell like Monat
Do you sell
retail in the salon?
Yeah. Do you have it retail in your back bar? You just
No.
send them straight to your website?
Yeah, I just sent it to my website. The only thing that I do kind of carry on hand is the dry shampoo.
Okay.
But that's it.
Some people carry it, some people don't, but you like signing them up and sending them to your website. What about you, Ashley? Do you carry a whole lot of stock or do you direct them?
A little bit of both. I carry some things. I don't really have it at the shop right now. Cherry and I actually don't have storage. That's actually one of the things we're doing right now is I just got a big cabinet to put some in for us to be able to carry some things. Not a lot, but just we have some people come up there and ask us, hey, I ran out of this, for that in between where they are ordering it, but it's not in yet. So sometimes we'll do that where we have a VIP client that needs it right now. And we'll go ahead and let them take what we have. And then once theirs comes in, they'll just bring us what they're getting. So that's kind of what we do. If we not really retail it out, but we kind of trade out, I guess, more that way. But if it's a new client, we will have them sign up. We do it that way.
I love that because you just used it in their hair. They signed up and they're like, wait, I want it right now. So you're able to give it to them and they can swap you later. That's awesome. Good idea.
That's actually how I use samples.
It is?
So when they sign up, I let them leave with samples. That's how I use samples. So I figure they get a real sample in the salon and then they can leave when they buy to get them by until they get their products.
But they only get a sample from you in your chair if they sign up. It's kind of a courtesy to continue to have good hair until yours comes in.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, do you have any input with that?
Well, for me, it's not really available for anyone to buy at the moment until May the 1st. So as I say, for me, it's more about, if I feel it's someone that I think may buy, then I'll use the samples on them or send them away with the samples. And I will follow that up with what did they think of it. And, for some people, I know that, yes, they're committed for May the 1st. For others, I think it's just going to be a case of following up again and saying it's May the 1st now. Buy some products and going from there and just keeping on top of it, really.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. And lastly, let's talk products. So I know Jenny was going to hop on here, and you guys, we're going to get Jenny on a different video. For some reason, it wouldn't let me add her. But let's talk about your favorite products. Joe, I know you haven't gotten to try a whole lot. Maybe your take on the products as a whole. And if you have any personal testimonies, I'd love to hear those. We'll start with you, Andrea.
Okay. One of my favorite products actually is the leave-in conditioner. I don't feel like this thing is understood very well by a lot of people about how awesome and powerful this is. It's in the hydration system and it's very hydrating and moisturizing. Your hair kind of needs this throughout the day. And it's not just it's for any hair type. So it's not just for one. I like to use it after I wash my hair. I'll mix it with the oil and put it in my hair before I comb it. I use it on my hair dry. I used it on my hair before I just came on today. Just kind of rub it in the ends, kind of piece out some of my curls. Some people think that it's not enough of a conditioner. Like they still need a rinse and conditioner. And I have not found that at all with anybody really. So I love, love, love this product. Love it. Oh, the other thing is flyaways. Like you can use it like for your flyaways on like second or third day hair or anything like that.
Amy said, Andrea made me fall in love with the leave-in.
I did. Have you ever done a treatment with the leave-in?
I haven't.
So if you use the leave-in and the oil together and sleep in it, or like I'll do the leave-in and the oil and put it on under like the heater at the salon, or you put your like shower cap on or anything like that and like leave it on for a long time, your hair is amazing afterwards.
I'm going to try that. All right, awesome. Is that the only product that you mentioned you're going to talk about?
No, we said the dry shampoo too.
Dry shampoo.
I get really great results with this. I can usually go like 4 days without washing my hair typically. I have really curly hair naturally. But when I smooth it out, like this is my third day. Tomorrow I could just put some dry shampoo in it. And I love to use like a round brush and like spread it throughout my hair, and the ends get moisturized. Like my flyaways frizz are on. It just gets so much volume and shine. It's the best.
Awesome. I do have a question. this is like if you had someone that said, I don't like that leave-in conditioner. Have you ever had someone say that? And if so, what would be the cause of that, you think?
So I've used it on people's hair and I've not liked it. So the thing that I found was that I used it by itself. I think I put too much by itself in somebody's hair. So I always like to mix it with the oil.
Ooh, okay. Because it is very concentrated. It's
very concentrated, and I think that somebody sees when they see this much conditioner, that's not enough for your hair, and they want to put more. I think the oil helps spread it, and I think it dilutes it a little bit. And
good idea. Good idea. Okay. Making sure I'm not missing any other questions. Okay. All right, Austin, you want to talk about the dry shampoo?
I have another way that I was going to say about it that I just learned.
All right.
Use it on clean hair.
The leave-in or the dry shampoo?
Dry shampoo on clean hair. Like you can use it on clean hair. So right after you wash it, if you wanted to put it in your hair, it kind of helps keep your hair clean and keeps the oil away and it absorbs it throughout the day. So you can go stretch your washes out. And it also adds some texture throughout your hair.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's move on to Ashley. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your favorite product?
The Rejuva beads. Okay. Love them. I use them on everybody. Like seriously, I think almost every single person that enters my salon gets Rejuva beads. They're awesome. I use the leave-in a lot. People, same thing. But I think they're great. I think for over-processed hair, dry damaged hair, breakage, I can't say enough great things about it. I don't even know. There's not really, I haven't found, if anybody has any little tricks about them, the Rejuva beads. I think it's just great to use. I do like to use it on wet hair. You definitely want to use it first. After you wash your hair, before you do anything else on. Use that first, comb it through, and let it sit for about a minute before you do anything else on. That is the one trick I learned. I do use it kind of like you said with the leave-in, a split fly. I'll put just a tiny bit on my hands. And if I have any little bitty flyaways anywhere, I'll use that. It's kind of a little trick I found. My other one is a taffy. I think the taffy is sometimes overlooked. It's one of those you kind of have to use it right. I like it for short, spiky hairstyles. My mom likes it a lot. She's got a really short pixie cut and she loves it. My son loves it. We use it in his hair sometimes with his, part over style that he has. And I use it. I have same thing like you, Andrea. I have very curly hair. It doesn't look like it today, but it is very curly, poofy, lioness hair, like my husband says. I use the leave-in conditioner, the oil, and the taffy mixed together is what I use for my curls. And I love the curl cream with it also, Joe. So I think whenever you get your ex, you will definitely love that mixture for your curls.
Awesome. Okay. My question for you is, I'm not seeing a whole lot of questions here, so I want to ask you, Ashley, when you're using the Rejuva beads, do you use it every wash? I hear some people say every 3 washes. Some people use it every wash. What do you use?
I feel like it depends on the person. If you have someone who has really dry, damaged hair, they might need to use it a little more frequently. I don't use it every time. I use it probably about every 2 to 3 times. I rotate my leave-in conditioner and the Rejuva beads. So one time I'll use my Rejuva beads, and the next time I use more of my leave-in conditioner and the oil. I use the oil every time, but I use just a little bit more Rejuva beads versus leave-in conditioner.
Yeah, I kind of sometimes I mix them because I love them both. Okay, so what about your takeaway so far on the products as a whole? Because I know you haven't gotten to try all of these amazing styling products that we're mentioning. So,
well, the products that I have tried so far, I'm really liking them. It's very, very interesting hearing what Andrea was saying about the leave-in conditioner. I feel like I've really learned something there, so thank you, Andrea. It was definitely, because I've got very fine sort of flyaway hair, and it was definitely something I was veering right away from on mine. But listening to you, I'm now thinking, oh, maybe I should try a little bit. Yeah, so that's quite good. But yeah, no, as a whole, definitely the mask and the all the hydrating ones I'm finding are really good on like chemically treated damaged dry hair, and the volume is good. And yeah, I haven't used too much of the intense repair yet, but I've been using that on me, and I'm liking that as well. The blowout cream's another one I'm quite liking, like doing a straight blow dry. So yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on the curl cream, as we keep saying. Also, the Rejuva beads, the dry shampoo, they're all things I don't have yet. So I'm really excited for May the 1st and being able to get some more products as well.
I want you to go live when you unbox all of your new products because I want to see how excited you are.
I will, I promise.
Well, I know Jenny is going to do the blowout cream, so we won't talk about that because we'll have her on another video. But to finish this up, I want Andrea to tell us, I remember you doing a video or maybe just post a picture about how you do your curls. When you you mentioned like what you use to scrunch with them because most people use a towel.
Oh, yeah. So when I do like my naturally curly hair?
Yes. I want everyone to learn this for summer.
I use a t-shirt. It's a regular t-shirt. The cotton towels have the little hair, like not the hair, but the material is kind of like woven and spiky. That creates friction on your hair follicle, so, or your shaft or whatever, so it'll make it kind of frizzy and fuzzy. And it disrupts the pattern of your curls. So I always use a towel or I mean a t-shirt, or you can use like a terry cloth towel, microfiber, that type of stuff.
Awesome tip. Yeah, when I read that, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to start doing that. That makes perfect sense. Why haven't I been doing that my whole life?
Yeah.
The Monat wrap too was awesome.
You do what?
The Monat wrap that they had for the holiday packs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have one behind me.
Yes, that is awesome. I can wrap my hair up in that and sleep in it overnight with the curl cream, wake up the next day, and my hair is just perfect curls.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for your tips. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to share with everyone? You good? Okay.
Good.
Right. We appreciate your time, you guys. Thank you so much. This is going to help so many people, stylists and just regular market partners. So we're super excited to do this video. Share it on YouTube, and you'll be able to share it with your teams as well. So thank you.
Right. Thanks, Brooklyn. Nice meeting you, ladies.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye.